I'm Kathy.
And I'm Missy.
And we're Two Needles Pulling Thread. Welcome back.
Floss tube number 10.
Double digits. We made it.
We're getting to be big kids.
Yeah. So
We're coming to you on Monday.
Yep.
And it's beautiful outside. I don't know why we always give the weather report, but we do.
Well, it's Maine. It changes.
I know. It's beautiful, sunny, breezy, blue skies, 67, 68 degrees. And gorgeous after some amazing storms last night.
Yes. Golf ball size hail. We did not get that. My coworkers got it, and she has damage to her vehicles.
Oh.
Someone said even bigger than that. And people who live less than a mile away didn't even get rain.
On this road.
Really?
Might notice, yes.
Wow.
That's how it is around here.
So it depends on whether you live up on the hill like I do or down in the valley like you do.
I know.
But it is a gorgeous day.
It is.
We had a great weekend.
Good weekend. It's been a crazy couple weeks on all facets, but we are back and still exhausted. But it was awesome. Thank you all for your messages to our daughters or about our daughters, and graduations came and went. They were both amazing for both of them.
Yep.
And they're adulting and big girls, and here we go.
That's right. Absolutely. So you'll see on our outro, we've got a couple of great pictures of our girls. So
Yeah.
we're very proud of both of them.
Yep.
So Friday, we went to Celebrations
Friday.
in Needlework
Yep.
in Nashua, New Hampshire.
Yep.
And we're overwhelmed by the people who
Yeah.
came up to us.
Yeah.
So.
It was really fun. And I'm going to apologize right now for not remembering everybody's names.
Nope.
But it was so much fun. So glad that those who did approach us just did.
Yeah.
And
Very humbled.
just love it.
Yeah.
And it was just Stitchers talking with Stitchers, and it's nice to know that what we're doing they enjoy. And hopefully we'll just keep doing the same thing.
Absolutely.
A little note about Celebration of Needlework is it's the oldest needlework
Gathering
event, expo. We believe of its kind. We think that's what they say. Pam Reed of Old Colonial Designs, I believe, is the matriarch, so to speak, of that.
Yep.
And really puts a lot of work into it. I know in its day it was humongous.
Yeah.
They still do the whole weekend. Probably about 15 vendors. If you have connections with designers, bring them to New England.
Yes,
we need
absolutely.
You guys.
And I know they
really
had
good.
a lot of classes. We didn't do
Yeah.
any classes. We just went down for the vendor fair.
Yeah, lots of classes, stitching time, stitching spaces.
Yep.
It was just really
Easy
really
to get
good.
to.
Yeah.
So easy to get to.
Easy to get to. Lots of lodging and food there. So
Hobby Lobby, like just down the
Yeah.
street. I mean,
Yeah.
we
so
found
tell
it.
if you have designer friends or you're in the know of people by any chance. Really,
Bring them to New England.
Yeah, they really should check it out because we want you.
Nashua in May. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's always beautiful. So,
Yeah.
some of the people we ran into, Ellen Rainey, that was so much fun to get to chat with her. And I mean, I don't know if these names that we say will watch us or not, but she's an amazing stitcher. The World in Stitches group. Most that we met were there. And I know that I'm probably not remembering all of them. Maureen, Doreen, Maria, Deb. We met a Heather who was just so excited to meet us. And
she's
we were
from Maine.
Yeah, we were equally as excited to meet you.
Yes.
And good luck on your trip and your move. Did I miss anybody? Maureen, Maria, Deb, Heather, Karen. I know that there were others that we met.
A ton. And
I'm sorry. I really should have been better about like writing names down, but it felt awkward to say, wait a minute, let me write your name down.
I know, and we talked about doing pictures, and we only got 2, and we wanted.
But the point
more.
is, we enjoyed meeting you. We enjoyed talking with you, and if you ever see us anywhere, please
absolutely
do
come
the
up to
same
us.
thing. And not always great at remembering names, but I'm sure I would remember your face.
Oh, That's my line every day. I'm horrible at names, but I know faces. Yeah.
So anyway, that was that. We had a great time there.
Yeah. Saturday was kind of a laid back day. You went.
What did I do Saturday?
You went to the vault, to a little
yes,
antique-ish type store.
Yeah, a vintage salvage sale. If you're from Maine and you're in the Winthrop area, Freckle
Salvage Company.
Freckle Salvage Company on Main Street in Winthrop, and about every 4 or 5 weeks, I've learned, they do a big estate salvage type sale. And it was huge, and my daughter and I went, spent the day, found a few little goodies. Lots of, if you're following me on Instagram, I posted a lot of needlework that I saw that people were selling.
Nice.
And it was beautiful stuff. I didn't buy any of the big framed pieces that I saw, but took some pictures. So we did that Saturday, did some lunch, went to church Saturday night, and that was wiped Saturday.
Saturday was manicures with my daughter. Martin's, we've mentioned it before. That's a different type. It's a retail salvage company here in Maine. And she hit the jackpot. Their plan is a cruise for their honeymoon, so they hit the jackpot for summer clothes. I went to the Dollar Tree. $1.25 tree now.
$1.25 tree.
$1.25 tree. I think that's all we did. Maybe got some groceries, and then
that kind of stuff.
Sunday we got to spend with our main stitching group. It was great to see them.
I had not met most of them in person.
4, 5, 6. There was 8 of us.
Yep.
And
so that was really nice.
8 and Adina's husband who popped in.
Yes.
So Helen, thank you. That was great for hosting. And we cannot wait to do it again. All right, let's jump in.
All right.
FFOs.
As I try to get that snack you offered me, Auntie.
Yeah.
Tea.
We did have someone ask what happened to us.
I know. IDL America, Patricia. We're back. Hold on. Get a drink. We have a lot of stuff to share.
Yeah. So, do you want to start with FFOs?
Sure. I have one FFO, and Chris from the Boss Stitchers couldn't have been more accurate.
This is
so much fun to do.
Pretty.
So much fun to finish. Be ye thankful, Pine Mountain Designs. It was a kit. Everything came with it. And I ironed it. I added some interfacing on the back. I think I already know who this is going to be for a gift, and I carried stitches and all that stuff. So I ironed some interfacing on the back, or some fusible fleece.
Now, how many different options? I know they have a Christmas one.
There are so many.
Are there?
There are so many.
Yeah, I'm going on 1, 2, 3 tonight.
I know. I probably will order a Christmas one. So
that's nice.
I'm going to try. I say this, you wait until you see. The haul is gluttonous. I'm trying not to buy anything until StitchCon. Am I going anywhere that I have to buy anything?
No, because StitchCon is... We'll talk about it in a little bit.
I'm trying not to do that.
Hold on. Got my phone here. 22 days before we leave. So we can do that.
I can do that.
So
but you're going on 1, 2, 3 tonight, so...
Yeah.
You can start tomorrow. Yeah.
So I have 2 finishes. These were berries that you had seen FO'd. But this is... Oh, I never can know how to hold these. Easter baby berry with my little chick. And I did a couple of jelly rolls with a button on the top. This was wool from Pins and Needles in our local quilt store here in Maine. And then this one is the Sunshine Berry. We were just discussing how much we love those little bees on there. And I didn't do anything real fancy, just some wool, some buttons. Sometimes I may look for some Jabco pins if there's a flower or anything. So filled with, I use cotton yarn in the bottom, lizard litter, or crushed walnut shells, depending on, I use lizard litter because I order it from Chewy. And then just fiberfill in mine and stitch her up. So
that cotton yarn in the tips of things or in the corners of your pillows.
Yeah. I found, this was an idea from Helen from East Coast Crafter.
And I think Vonna Pfeiffer does it too.
I find that the cotton, like if you make a dish rag, that cotton yarn works
cotton,
the best.
not to the acrylic.
If the acrylic falls out of the corners, especially in pillows, it's a little harder in the tops because they still fall out, especially, or the bottom, depending on how you're stuffing it. Because as you're stuffing, it's hard to get up this way. But they do make a big difference holding the corners. Even if there's a little give, they kind of keep them pokey, so...
I need to still play with that a little. I haven't mastered.
Oh, I haven't mastered it.
Not doing that at all.
Yeah, those are my 2 FFOs. Finishes?
I have some finishes.
All right. Go for it.
I have not had to work a lot the last couple of weeks. And last week I was home a lot. So all I felt like doing was stitching. And if you came and saw my house, you would know it. But that's okay. So I've been working on Auntie Sewing Box, which is a Sue Hillis design. I don't have all the patterns with me for some of these things. We've shown them in previous videos though. So I am going to be doing something creative with these 2.
Those are so cute.
So I have it finished. I don't know.
There you are, right there.
So the tomato, thimble, and heart. I haven't decided how I'm going to finish that yet. But it's going to include some sort of sewing accoutrement. And this side, I am going to do some sort of scissor holder, I believe. Not sure.
I have a good idea for you.
I have a picture that I might follow or whatever Kathy might tell me.
Yeah.
So that was, this was done on, and I've explained that too. This was a grab bag piece of 32 count color and cotton Lugana. So
did you use gray on the other side on the pin? Nope, that's the back.
I did.
That's not silver.
No, and,
wow,
and you
really
remember
looks...
that, like Sue Hillis, she does an amazing job putting her floss colors together. And there's a lot of them. Almost always DMC as far as I know. I simplified it for myself and did my own color conversion, and that's just gray.
It looks like silver thread.
That's all it is.
So.
Very simple on that. And I was also working on Witch's Bathroom by Stitchy Princess, who has an Etsy shop, on an unnamed piece of fabric by Fabrics by Stephanie.
So
16
cute.
count. And I did all the called for. Yep, get it upside down.
Yeah, we don't want to do that.
And all the bath bubbles are a toile.
Right in
DMC a toile.
I'm just going to tilt it up. See if you can get put it in a little closer.
There we go. See the
you can get a little bit of the sparkles. The green and the orange.
So this was
awesome.
so much fun. I'm not sure how I'm going to finish this yet. If it's going to be a flat fold, which I need to practice more of. A lot of people, I did one and it seemed like an awful lot of work to me.
Well, between Vonna and Fat Quarter Shop, I guess there's a couple of different tutorials. So.
I did follow Vonna's, which was amazing. And I think because I've done one that I just felt like all thumbs and a little awkward with it.
Right.
But I may try it again. And this is a start and a finish. I just got a wild hair Thursday night that I wanted to do another Prairie Schooler ornament. So from Santas and Snowmen.
Down.
And this is their reproduction. It's not the cardstock one. I was in a Christmas swap on Facebook, and the gal stitched this one, and I believe this one for me, and they are beautiful. I will be sure to share those as we pull that kind of thing out. And I decided to do this one.
I might have to borrow those.
A little bit smaller. Again, I just kept it on my big piece of 18 count Cypress by Color and Cotton.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And there he is.
You were working on that yesterday, right?
Yep. And I came home and
finished it up.
Decided I was just going to finish it.
So these are not full coverage.
They feel like it.
Yeah. I might have to do him. He's cute.
But I love it.
Does he have a red nose?
Nope. He has a really pointy nose. Oh, you mean the reindeer?
Yeah.
No.
Well, not Santa.
It's Prairie Schooler.
Oh, well, yeah.
That's how I am. Sorry. You do what you want to do. That's what I do.
That's it?
For finishes?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. I had 4 finishes. So the first one I'm going to show you was actually, since we filmed, a start and a finish. I've said it before, my daughter is going to be, well, no, she's a medical laboratory scientist now.
She's not a student
Technician.
anymore.
So I stitched her this. Is there a glare?
No, it's good.
This was Sundown Stitcher on Etsy. And I just did it on 14 count white Aida, DMC, finished it in a hoop, put some gray felt on the back.
I believe you had this finished within 2 hours of filming our last video.
It was a very quick stitch. But it's a PDF. It was $3 and change. It was awesome. And I've shown this before. So this is Summerberry. I'm calling it Summerberry #1. This is for the, you think I know this by now, # Berry Season Sal with
We
Helen.
know it until we get on here.
I know, yeah. So there it is in all its brightness.
And that yellow is brighter.
Yeah, can we get it?
That's a little better.
That's pretty much close.
Yeah.
That's close. It's Daffodil by Me Stitch Me and Strawberry Fields. Can't tell you who it's by. So that will be a berry for that.
Love it.
And then I had started this one. I had it almost done. This is Freedom Crow. This was a PDF too, I believe.
Something primitive.
Yeah.
We
Check
talked
the
about
last
it in
video. So I finished. There it is.
I love it.
I put 1820. It does say 20. Okay, I'm reading it backwards and I'm like, did I write that as 1850? 1820 because Maine was formed in 1820. And then you can see here the color of the Aida. I took the antique spray that we talked about a few episodes ago. It was hard. It was hard to put this out there, and
not hard to do.
Not hard to do. Hard to
get beyond what you were doing.
I'm antiquing a piece of stitched.
What if it doesn't work?
Right, but it was a quick stitch, so so I just sprayed it. It's got a little more than it's showing here, but I also know what I had a good idea what I'm doing with this. But I thought that was neat with 1820, because we just in 2020 Maine celebrated its bicentennial. And this was a start and a finish. This is Thistles Broom Keeps. I did finish it yesterday. I didn't start it yesterday though.
Oh, I thought you did.
No. And this is Halloween Signs.
I love this.
This is on XJU Designs Jack-O-Lantern. And I used some DMC and some Gentle Arts. And you can't see his beak too much, but you can in person. I use 2 threads for the lettering because I like them to jump out. And I know exactly what I'm going to do with this. Well, I say that. I'll show you in a little bit. Those are my finishes. So
cool.
4. We're on a roll.
Wow.
So
is that it?
That's it for finishes. Yeah. We're all done. Yeah. Thanks for joining us. No. But we had starts. I had starts. Did you have starts?
I actually had some starts.
Woohoo!
I mean, I had some starts. I couldn't. Well, the Prairie Schooler that I also finished. That was one of my starts. And I had another start in my Boston Bruins bag.
We're done.
My boys.
They lasted longer with Carolina than we thought they would. Carolina was fast.
They didn't play well against Carolina. Let's just call it what it is.
So, just being nice.
So, go Rangers. Because Carolina's not doing so well right now. I think. I didn't watch the games, honestly.
And I know you didn't watch the Red Sox yesterday.
Sorry, guys.
Bottom of the 10th, tied 4-4, 2 outs. Bases loaded, grand slam walk-off, we won.
See, I do understand all the terminology. I grew up, my dad is an avid Red Sox fan. And back in the day of transistor radios, and he would have it plugged into his ear, and all chaos with us kids in the house. He didn't know what was going on because he was listening
to the Red Sox.
Baseball, and I just grew up. It's just not my thing. My brothers played. I was the oldest sister who had to go to all the games and didn't like it.
When I turned it on, it was in the 9th inning, and we went tied at 10th, and I was like...
I really am surprised that my husband doesn't watch baseball because he enjoyed baseball as a young person.
And we watched it growing up.
Yeah, it's just not his thing. So, last night, I started from Primrose Cottage Stitches, Bumblebee Kisses.
This is so cute.
So I started this. And I am doing it on a vintage, it's old, piece of bone 25 count Lugana.
When you said that, I thought you meant that was part of the name. I didn't realize it was
vintage.
No, it's vintage.
Old. So I'm already off a whole stitch. It is what it is. I could tell you where it is, but you know, whatever. These are going to stitch very quickly. Loving this.
Her patterns
Love the color.
Are great.
They are, and this really is. I will probably experiment with the antiquing spray on all of these. For me, if I was making them for someone else, I might not. But that's kind of what I like. So I have basically taken several that I have. So this one is Be Nice.
That one's cute.
Really like
Be
that.
Nice and Buzz Off. I could go with that one.
I like that. Be Happy.
Nope, this way.
Nope. And Kind Words.
And they're all pretty much the same color palette.
They are, pretty much.
She's good about that with her series.
Yes, and I really, really am enjoying this.
And her patterns are big. They're not super
they're,
tiny.
They're easy to follow. I mean, we don't want to... It's that kind of pattern. So, yes. Started that with a new needle minder that I got from Mad for Minders. I love it.
Look at you.
You didn't know I bought that.
No, I didn't.
Oh.
Your pile's going to fall over.
Yeah, I don't want to. I'm going to just swap out here.
Okay. Is that your only start?
No, I showed a start and finish.
Well, I mean...
Yes.
She's done. Okay. I started berry number 2. This is my working copy. I take a copy of the cover page as well, so please disregard all the streaks in the printer. So this is berry number 2 for me. Doesn't show it very well.
Do you like that one?
I do like that one. It's got all kinds of bright colors.
No.
So I don't have, this surprised me. The flip-flops surprised me how bright they are. I don't have a ton done. But I have, this is my lunchtime stitch, and I get about 8 minutes to stitch. I might get a little bit more. But. So I have the sun and the wine glass and the flip-flops, which you don't even see on the cover picture. Purple and teal and flip-flops. That really surprised me. It shouldn't have, but... and for all the berries, this is the color palette. I'm just doing it all in DMC. Mm-hmm. And this is Be Stitch Me Honey. So
it's another one of my favorite fabrics from her.
So that's my lunchtime start. You should see me trying to find it. I was like, oh yeah, I took it to work today. So that one and one more summer berry, and that season will be done. And I know I had another one. Oh no, Lab Sweet Lab and Halloween Suns. Those are my 2. When Missy talked about being off with this one, yesterday when we got to Helen's, I realized I was 1 stitch off, and by the time I got done, I was 3 stitches off, but I'm not telling.
The conversation was good, though.
It was great. And you know what? I'm not telling anybody where it is, so, and I know exactly where it is now, so.
Whatever. It's all good.
Those are my starts.
Excellent. What do you have for whips?
Whips.
All right. Keep going?
Sure. So you guys voted. You guys all chimed in.
She listened.
I did listen.
She listened. Chop, chop.
So,
yes.
This is Hello
that
Summer
makes it.
by Crocetta Go Go. And you guys all said to put in the lighthouse, so I did it.
See how that lighthouse is bringing
all
these colors together.
Yeah, so I started, it's hard to see the S. I think once I get the other letters, it'll show up. It'll say summer at the bottom.
Love it.
I'm not doing the border, because you all know
Kathy doesn't do borders. That's okay, though.
But
so you're almost done.
I am. I just have the word summer.
She'll be done tonight.
Nope.
What are you doing tonight?
I'll stitch on it, but I won't finish that.
You won't
tonight,
finish?
no.
Okay.
And I think I am going to do the block finish on the styrofoam.
Yes.
So-
It's funny you say that because I'm going to talk about that later.
Well, you suggested it last time.
Oh, I forgot.
She had a good idea. So, and I know we talked about it before, but the thread beds.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I do with my thread beds. So
Yep.
see, they
and
don't
those
fall
are
off.
from just
This is brass button.
brass button.
But that was the purpose. My last one I showed it didn't have anything. So you can put your stuff on it. They don't fall off.
Yep.
It was
like
full until I got down to the last two colors. And for whips. Oh, Buzz Off. This was my BOSME. And where did we go? And I told, I was watching the streaming of Grace's graduation with Dad. So I worked on this. And my BOSME goal was to finish the flowers and the stems. So this is Buzz Off by Plum Street Samplers.
Perfect.
Am I there?
Yeah, you are.
So I added the word Buzz Off. I didn't add the word. The word Buzz Off is in the pattern. So I stitched that. I do have a couple of bees to go up in here. So I only have the bee scap left.
Nice.
Jen from the Bougie Stitchers. I'm down to the bee scap. Where are you?
Jen, she's had this hanging around since 2019.
Jen's gonna unfollow me. So, and
that's funny.
because this is this is next month's BOSME. I forget, and I say it every time I pull it out, how much I love to stitch on this. This is Women of the Mayflower by Brenda Gervais. This boat started in 2020. 2020? Yes.
I don't remember.
Yes, because it says 2020 in the pattern.
Okay.
It took them 182 days or something like that to land. It's taken me 2 years.
It's okay.
But I'm working on the letters at the bottom. It says, "We are living in the tomorrow for which they wrought, 2020.
What else is below that?
And then, just that. So
You're getting there.
Oh, I can't show you. I don't have the picture here.
You're getting there.
Then I have this at the bottom. So I'm hoping to get this done. This will be a custom frame. I will take this somewhere to be framed. For anyone who's new, the names, I recharted a lot of the names. Oh my gosh, they still go up, don't they? Because there were some names of my relatives which were left off. There was some, they considered them children, but they were 17, 18, 19-year-olds. To me, that's an adult. That's a woman of the Mayflower, especially in that time. So I added some names, and I changed the color of my family's names. We've had our history done, our genealogy. So next month's BOSME is to finish the words, but I'm going to keep going as much as I can. So,
Good.
And I don't know, had you ever seen this? My scissor fob?
No.
It's a turkey.
That's cute.
I got this at Plymouth Plantation. We went last summer. Last summer? Last summer. Wow. Time flies. So, that's it for my whips.
Okay.
So,
Well, I continue to work on Christmas Sampler by Cottage Garden Samplings, 25 count gravel gray Lugana that I bought last year from Needleworkers Delight at Galleria. And I finished my goal for BOSME.
oh, this is gorgeous. Oh, the snow at the bottom is just phenomenal.
I finished my goal. So I would say that I have another third to do on that side. And it
Now
will
this
be
is
done.
mustard seed, right?
Yes, thank you all for reaching out to me about mustard seed. Donna, thank you for the skein of mustard seed. I have procured what I need, and it was good to hear that so many knew where to get it or had it. So thank you very much for that.
Generosity is amazing.
So that's that. I worked a little bit more on Mary Ann Aldred Sampler by Needlework Press, which was, if you're in their Facebook group,
Excuse me.
Facebook group, Sampler. Are you in it, Kathy?
I think so, but I couldn't tell you what it's called.
I just typed Sampler.
What would we do without modern technology?
I know.
Oh, but did you see that one?
Homespun Needlework cross stitch and samplers. This is what it looks like. They will do exclusives every now and then, pretty often actually.
Nice.
And basically, a designer will work with a brick and mortar local needlework shop. Could be Acorns and Thread in Oregon, could be Hobby House in New York. And so basically getting business for them, that sort of thing. So I got this, again, I'm not going to take out the original. Right? I got the whole kit. I originally got it on, I got the Ada version and didn't really want to do, it was 1/1, so I decided to do it on Lugana. And this is Be Stitch Me's Hot Cocoa. So I did a little bit more on this. I finished this. I'm basically trying to do a page.
And it's not, it's not showing the beauty.
Did this. That's the 1/1. I have an eye doctor's appointment coming, and I'm not doing any 1/1 at this point, even with my magnifiers.
And that's not showing the beauty of the colors or the beauty of the fabric.
Colors are really pretty.
And the fabric has just a little bit of modeling in it.
So, really like that.
That is gorgeous.
Worked on that.
Too bad I don't like samplers. I can't say I don't like samplers. Too bad I don't stitch them.
Right. But you should look at...
well, that's a sampler. My Mayflower is a sampler.
Yes. And if you look at Pineberry Lane.
Yes.
They have little ones.
Yep.
Hands Across the Sea has what they call gems that you might find something you like.
Maybe.
Doesn't know.
There's still hope for me.
I worked on A House Divided by Kitty and Me Designs. Oatmeal vintage cloth. It's Lori Holt's 25 count, and it is pretty big. It was my anniversary start, and it's coming along really nice.
I'm so glad you took it out of the hoop. That's gorgeous.
I don't have a lot left to do on this. There's flowers and a little bit of a border on the top, and words, which is a quote that Ben Franklin.
Nope, I'm pretty sure he didn't.
Nope. Abraham Lincoln used in a speech of his. And those were my whips.
Awesome. So BOSME, we've talked a little bit about that. For anyone who's new, by the way, if you are new, welcome.
Yes.
And if you're returning, thank you. BOSME is our version of WhipGo from Jessie Marie of Jessie Marie Does Stuff. And Jane and Chris from the Boss Stitchers and Missy and I decided we weren't sure about WhipGo. We said, well, let's just touch our feet to the water. WhipGo, they draw 2 numbers every month. We said, we're just going to do it for 6 months. Well, that's 4 numbers every month.
Yeah.
We didn't think that went through, but we're going to do it again. So,
yeah.
I usually draw the numbers on the 24th. That gives people about a week to get their ideas together and their stuff together for the next month. So for the month of May, my BOSME calls were Buzz Off to finish the flowers and the stems, which I did. I had a new start, which I think I had done that.
Easy, huh?
Yeah, pick one. And this was called in May, but I had done it a long time ago, finished the Frugal Yankee swap, which I had done quite a while ago. And then to FFO, the Philanthropic Pumpkin. I still haven't done that. I'm going to give it a whirl this weekend.
You'll do it.
Someone made a very, very nice comment that I would do it proud, and I want to do it proud. So keep your fingers crossed.
You can get that done.
That's my goal. That's another one of mine. I'm hoping to I'm going to go through some of my summer clothes, pull those out for work, do a little cleaning, and then I'm hoping I know I'm going to get at least 2 days of me day play because my husband's working. Sorry, honey.
Well,
Yep.
That's the way it lined up this time.
It did. Yeah.
My BOSME that was called for the month of May was to clean my craft area. Excuse me, hiccups. Clean my craft area, which I did. Finish the Erica Michaels Nativity Berry. Have not done that yet.
You can do that. They're quick.
They are, and when I do that, I would like to be able to do 2 or 3 at a time.
Right.
And I do have an autumn one to finish up and an autumn berry almost finished stitching. So maybe I can do that. Finish that middle section, or what I call the middle section of the Christmas sampler, which I did. And to stitch my StitchCon small, which is done. So I've done really well. I told the girls I had a bingo, but I lied.
You
I don't have a bingo.
You're
This
close.
up here is, I finished it, but it hasn't been called. And there's stuff on here. I'm not going to meet all these goals, and I'm okay with that.
Your board, your rules.
But what it has done is it's really made me look at what I do have going. Do I really like it? And there were a couple that I was like, nope, gone.
And we've said this before.
And
if it doesn't bring you joy,
I just
don't stitch on it.
I want to have fun with it.
Yep.
It's not a job, and it shouldn't be. It shouldn't feel like a job.
And that's what I like about the boards. I mean, the first month, it called for the section on the Mayflower to finish the words at the bottom, but I hadn't finished the name, so I flip-flopped. But your board, your rules, I think Stephanie from Just Keep Stitching, she changed hers up. It was supposed to be so many days or so many, however she did it, and it wasn't working. She changed the rules. Your board, your rules. Have fun with it.
Yeah, I don't do well with a lot of, I'm going to talk about a Sal again in a little bit. I don't do well with, oh, you've got to do, I'm not the personality who's going to count stitches. I'm not the personality who is going to have to post my progress to show that I've done it. But that's just how I am anyway. When I was a kid growing up and before my parents divorced, it was that time frame and era of Wednesday night was spaghetti night. Saturday night was Maine baked beans and hot dogs and homemade biscuits. I'm not that kind of person.
Right.
I don't know how my mother ever did that. She's still that kind of person.
Yep.
I'm just not. So I can't really be contained to that. And I know I can't. I set myself up for failure every time.
But that's what's great about this is, like you said, you think about it, oh, I have this whip. Now I already know that for next month I have a whip that it says to finish it. And I'm not in love with it. So I'm going to alter how I finish it. I already know
There you go.
Stitch what you like, on what you like, with what you like. And if you don't like it, don't stitch it.
Right.
Don't let anyone pressure you.
I'm trying to find my Flosstube Buddy. I'm not ignoring you.
Okay. She's ignoring me. We'll talk amongst ourselves. So no, that's what I love about it is you touch on things that you want to touch on, and if it doesn't work, change it.
Right.
Period.
I agree.
Flosstube.
I agree.
Now, we talked a little bit this weekend that, because we were so humbled that people came up to us. And we've said from before we even started Flosstube, like Jen and Nancy from the Bougie Stitchers, oh my word, we're buddies. They just don't know it yet.
Yeah.
So
I remember texting you and saying, I just found us.
Yeah, and they are. And I watch and I commented last week or the week before that I still see so much of us in them and things that we do that they've done. And by the way,
I'm the bossy one.
I'm the needle minder freak. So speaking of that, Nancy.
Uh-oh.
We tagged you in a post. It's your fault.
Oh, yes.
But we went to Hobby Lobby and we bought the ginormous metal letters to put our needle minders on. So we'll have to get them hung and needle mindered and take pictures.
We'll show you.
So, but
we'll show you.
I blame that all on her. I love it. But my husband's like, what are you going to do with that? Yeah. Don't ask questions.
Yeah.
So
our Flosstube Buddy this time, I've heard several Flosstubers speak about them. And I thought, I am the person who, if there's a kid selling lemonade and it's $2, they're getting $20. I'm just a sucker for it all in a very good way. So I heard several people speak about Tiffany and Ainsley. Ansley, I think I said that right. And Addie from Stitchin with the Twins. And this is their Flosstube.
what a cute picture.
Oh, Mama, you are doing such a good job.
Kudos.
I binged on you, so I watched all your videos in one sitting, and just your stitching alone confidence and progression, and just what I can see you figuring out what you really like, which we've all done, and we will continue to do.
Yep.
Like I may completely start stitching bright colored things like Kathy. Probably not, but I might.
But I started.
But I might.
But I changed from bright. I'm gone a little prim, and I go back and forth, and that was not me.
So, and those girls, Ansley and Addison, your projects are amazing. I love to listen to you talk cross stitch, and you know what you're talking about. I love to hear your plans, and if your plans don't, they don't become what you initially said. Oh well, I'll just move on and do something else. You don't get discouraged. Keep up the good work. I love watching you. Have you had a chance to watch it yet?
I have not.
She's going to, and she'll probably be binging at the same time.
Absolutely.
They're in Pennsylvania, a lot like us, where Tiffany talks about they don't have a lot of access to local needle workshops. She travels a little bit for a Michael's and a Joann's or a Hobby Lobby, I think, doing it amazing. I love watching them. I love listening to them. Love it.
Girls, just cherish the time with your mom.
Yeah.
You will understand in years, but mom's cherishing this, and we're loving it. So we love to hear.
It's awesome.
I haven't watched, and like I said, it's in my queue, but we've heard a lot of people talk about you guys, and it's a special bond. It really is.
Yeah. So
somebody even asked us
nice.
they want
Good
to
to
meet.
watch.
We'd like to meet your mom. You know,
I know.
Our mom,
I don't
my
know
mom.
if we would ever get her on here.
No, you would never get her on here, but we
so.
might take, next time we go out, we should take pictures. And she's a little camera shy.
Well, if we could get a conversation going and video her on the side so she wouldn't know she was happening, then she would be her real self. But
she knows that you guys like what she's taught us. And someone even said, hey, get your mom to finish this. I don't remember. That was yesterday. Someone asked me what my mom was going to finish. So
I don't remember that conversation.
Yeah. Well, we had plenty going on. So
I know.
So what are we up to? 2,000 subscribers.
Holy
We're
smokes.
So blown away.
Not sure how. Because honestly, we're just doing this. Yeah. And what you see is what you get.
Sometimes it's scary.
Sometimes. We're just, I think it does help that we have known each other forever, most of our lives. Yeah. We enjoy what we're doing. We like each other. Yeah. That's very helpful. We're just honored and humbled and blessed, and thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. So we do have a couple giveaways.
We are going to do some giveaways. So off the bat, of course, please don't say giveaway. Please be 18 years old. Yep, so we can have your address.
We'd like you to be a subscriber.
We'd like you to be a subscriber. We know that we understand that not everybody is in a position to have a public YouTube account for maybe personal reasons.
Yep, we understand that.
We would appreciate if you were, but we understand if you aren't. If you are under 18 and you see something you like, Addison and Ansley, Mom can comment.
Absolutely. So, and we'll just verify. I mean, and that's just something.
And yes, we take that seriously. But what I'm saying is, I'm encouraging those young stitchers.
Yep, absolutely.
At the same time, because we do know that children are watching.
Yep.
And so, if you are a young person who is watching, encourage your adult in your home to watch with you. Yep. If they don't stitch, and to enter if there's something that you enjoy.
Absolutely. And if you are under the age of 18 and you are a winner, make a note of that in your email, and we will do the appropriate thing to...
We'll do the right thing.
Yeah.
Obviously.
But we do encourage younger people to stitch.
Yeah.
I was actually amazed at celebrations that the age range was huge.
Oh, yeah.
There wasn't kids. I didn't see any kids, but we were there on a Friday, so that's typically a working day. But there was I remember distinctly there was a girl behind me in line, and she was young, and she was fun to talk to.
Yeah.
And then there was ladies old enough to be our grandmothers, and they were equally as fun to talk to. They were giggling, and you know, this
bags of linen they had bought.
Oh yes, this craft is universal. This craft is it doesn't know a generation. That's what's great. So, want me to go first?
Go ahead.
All right, so I have two. This one is Time Enough by Kathy Barrick, and I am passing the stash on these. So that is what it looks like. It says, there is time enough, but none to spare, so use it wisely and with good care, which is absolutely true.
As we are ending our kids' childhoods, really.
That's right, yeah. So please say time for this one. I better write these down or we will go, what was the code word? And the second one is a brand new chart. This is Hot House Petunia Designs, a prickly pear. And it's two cute llamas with cacti. So say llama.
So cute.
All right, and what do you have?
I am passing the stash on a couple that I have stitched and thoroughly enjoyed. This is Lincoln Home 1860 Sampler by Jessie and me. Oh, yeah. I've included a couple of the floss that I had. I think most of them are full, but they may not be.
And what word?
Let's use Lincoln, Lincoln. Okay. And I am passing, I really enjoyed this also. And this is Michael's Prayer by Silver Creek Samplers. Enjoyed this one. A couple of floss in there as well.
And the word on that one?
Will be, well, let's use the word prayer, Prayer. I would say Michael, but this particular person spelled his name very differently. So, and that can be spelled different. So we will use the second word of the chart for that.
Nice.
So
we'll draw that. Our drawing guru will draw that before the next video.
For the next one. Are we at comments and stuff?
Comments and haul. Which one would you like to do?
Oh boy, let's do comments.
Okay, good. Because haul, you're going to need to get up, pause the video, go get a drink.
So we were talking, someone had asked, and we talked about something to do with samplers and the little girls, whether they had patterns or they thought of this on their own. And we were like, don't really know. Maureen L, I actually, if you go back to our video number 9, I pinned it to the top. And she has 2 things on there that might be of interest and of note for some of you. She makes note of Linda Stoltz of Erica Michaels is doing an online workshop via Needleworkers Delight. The information is there. She talks about that, as well as Jean Farish, who, as far as I know, is like a sampler know-it-all in the most amazing ways. And she has great videos. Honestly, I hadn't watched a lot of her Flosstube.
I haven't either.
Don't know why, I just hadn't. Video 31, she touches on that, talks about her samplers and stuff, and from there I started watching.
Nice.
Some other of her samplers. Nevada Stitcher, the block finish we just talked about. Kathy thought she might do that with one of her finishes. Using styrofoam blocks, it's no-sew.
All pins.
All pins. So go to Helen D's video. If you go to Helen D's Flosstube and you look under her playlist, it is the number 9 on her playlist, and it is called Flosstube Extra No Sew Cube Tutorial. Amazing tutorial.
So simple to do.
And we all know Kathy stitched the lighthouse, so she listened very well.
Do listen.
She behaved well. Lucinda, my husband and I have visited Williamsburg, and we plan to go again because we loved it. Cross Stitcher 223. You addressed it, but I thought you could talk about it a little bit here, or just a short bit.
I stitch in a hoop. And the question was, does the hoop flatten my stitches? I am not finding that. I don't do I don't do anything fancy. Obviously, if I have any beads, that's the last thing I do. So no, and I like my hoops nice and tight. I like a lot of people, I like my fabric drum tight. So I do pull, and I don't see anything.
You've never had anything?
I've never had an issue, unless I'm trying to think if there's any floss. No, I stitched the other berry with silk. I didn't see any change with that. So no, I don't see any flattening. I do use a different hoop than, well, it's from Hobby Lobby. It's got a little bump in the middle, so there's a groove, but I don't see any issues. So
there you go. So we have some haul to share. We had a good time at Celebration of Needlework. I had some other purchases besides that, and
well, we did go to Hobby Lobby.
We did.
As we're sitting in the drive of the hotel, and Missy's looking to see where we go for lunch, a gentleman pulled up behind me, so I had to go. So I said, I'm just going to go up here. And I ended up in a parking lot, and I looked to my left, and there's a ginormous Hobby Lobby. And what's across the parking lot?
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
Which we don't have a lot of those around us. So
yeah, that was fun. So do you want to go first? Do you want me to?
Go ahead.
All right. So before I start into Celebrations Hall, we were on our way to Helen's yesterday, and Helen has the best Target and the best Goodwill and a Joann's and all the things. So I found this, except I'm going to do it this, whoops, I was going to set it down this way.
You want to fold that
and I think add a little thing. I think it's going to go right there.
That's beautiful.
I think I'm going to add some hanging charms.
Yeah.
I think. So that was in the dollar spot.
That'll look great.
The funny part is we both picked up the same thing. We were off in opposite corners, and Missy's like, hey, look. And I turned around and said, look. We were holding the same thing.
Yeah, we didn't buy that item, but we were looking at it at the same time.
You have not
I've
seen
not
this.
seen these.
So once again, I still haven't made a project bag. Still going to make a project bag. But I was at our local Martin's, and I found this fabric. There's plenty for both of us, and probably extra. And then I bought the blue to go on the inside.
Very nice.
I couldn't pass it up. It was just, it screamed at me.
I like it.
So,
that's
bought some fabric.
Nice.
I like to dabble and play with scissor fobs. So every time I'm at Hobby Lobby, I buy beads. But I bought a couple of charms. These are sunglasses hanging from the tree. I was like, what's wrong with the flamingo? Those are sunglasses hanging. I can't see it. Hanging from the tree. And I got a cute little owl. And as I was FaceTiming my daughter from Hobby Lobby, she said, you're in the bead aisle again, aren't you? So, but I like to make scissor fobs and zipper pulls and all the things. This is something that you have not seen.
Oh.
But.
Oh, who did this?
Who is this? So I found these, and I had these custom made for Missy and I. They say 2 needles pulling thread with our logo.
Oh boy, we're fancy now.
Yeah. All right, so here we go. All the things. We have the hands-on design set of 4 stickers, which will go on probably my mug.
I got those too.
And
I won't reshow stuff, but
a couple of these. These are just little tins. I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but they were $2.50, and you know, I'm going to run out of room. Anyone who knows me knows I like Mary Poppins. I'm not a thread keep person too much, but I had to have it. It says, I never explain anything, which if you've watched Mary Poppins, you know that she says this.
But you can tuck that in with decor.
Absolutely. I have a whole shelf that's going to be Mary Poppins. Okay, what do we got here? This was a Hobby Lobby purchase. This is 25 count Lugana.
I love that color.
I'm still not, so I do a little bit on Lugana. Still easing in. But I couldn't pass this color.
Well, your motto is go big or go home.
It is.
So there's no easing in.
So how's that for color?
It's pretty.
This is called Steel Blue. So had to have that. And now we are into celebrations. So I bought this. This is a Romy's Creation pattern. Huh, ironically I didn't buy it from Romy's Creation.
I know.
I just realized that. So Halloween pillow. And I'm not going to make it into a, I guess you'd call that like a cracker. You know, the things that they pop.
Yeah.
Because I bought, this is Lady Dot Creates Velveteen. Missy said I had to have it.
It's a beautiful
and it's
color.
Squash. So I thought I'd back this with this.
Yep.
And then Kesslin's little bat. And I might put him on those little jars. He was adorable. Had to have him. I don't remember buying this, but I did. And this is everyone. I love Halloween.
Needleworker's Delight.
Yes, a Halloween year. So I'm thinking they did it because this says October. So I'm thinking they did it every month.
Oh, maybe.
But this is homespun elegance. Sorry for the glare. But it's a cute little witch. She's tiny. 40 by 49. That's a weekend.
Yeah.
So cute. Yeah. This was by Romy's Creation, and I did buy it from her. This is her Celebration of Needlework 2022 stitching. And this is what sold me on the whole thing. This is even weave.
So that's printed on there.
I'm going to guess, yeah, because it's white on the back. So she stitches it in the jar. I may not put 2022. I may just leave it at Celebrations of Needlework and let it be. But it has some pins. Oh, it even has a needle.
Scissor charm.
Scissor charm. I had to have it.
Does she need to go out?
No, she's just being a pain. This was Manny Di Donna. It was so great to meet the Italian designers. I was kind of like blown away that they traveled to, you know. So ironically, I was weeding out pictures because I'm going to dump all the pictures off my phone before we go to StitchCon. And I found this picture after I bought this pattern, but I had to have that crow. So this will be a start. And of course, Missy, the ultimate enabler, found those to go with it.
You gotta have everything. You gotta get shoes to go with the outfit.
And that's exactly what she said. You gotta have them both. Like, okay. When the Italian designer says you have to have them both, you buy them both. Whoops. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get everything together. This, once again...
It was kind of a crow day for you.
It was. Betsy. I've looked at this several times. Betsy's Autumn Bird and Acorn by Plum Street Samplers.
It's really hard to see here, but that right there
is a stitched acorn. I will probably not do it, but I want to see the pattern. I haven't even opened it.
Have you looked at... You could do that with...
Although it's 19 by 19.
It's tiny.
And the bird is only 54 by 54, so... That might be StitchCon too. All right. So this is New York Dreamer. Life Begins with Coffee. And because I could, I bought this. I'm going to change the light blue to a dark blue to match my kitchen. And I actually think it's going to go right behind Missy's head. Right there. That was awkward because it's completely opposite of what I'm used to doing. Praiseworthy Stitches, a Holly Jolly Stacker. This is all her fault.
She said she wanted it, and I found it.
I have the Halloween one. I have no idea how to put them together. I'm going to have to like really look at it.
Just stitch it and then figure it out. Yeah. By the time you finish it, someone will have done a YouTube video or something and you'll know.
Or I take it, I stitch it, and I give Mom the directions.
Oh, she'll appreciate you for doing that.
I know she will. I bought, other than a piece of Lugana, I only bought 2 pieces of fabric. This first one, and this is my working copy. So this is what I'm going to stitch on it. And this is actually stitched on Murky, but we all know Murky's hard to find. I found this. Oh, this side's even. And the woman actually said, if I'm careful, I can, or maybe you said it.
I said it. I was the woman.
You were the woman. To put the moon in a darker spot.
Kind of fussy cut it?
Yep. But because, and
What is it?
This is Ada. I don't know what, oh, We Will Die For You. I took a picture of it. I think
Called
it's
Webs.
Webs, 18 count. I ended up buying a half a yard because I knew once I stitched on it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I was going to want more.
Okay.
So that's my Frosty's Night Out pattern. I got to keep my patterns together. That was my working copy. And Donna, look up now.
This is what she's telling you about.
Silhouettes. I do believe this is my StitchCon start. It's not on orange. This is on orange, and everyone's going to stitch it on orange. Kathy is going to stitch it on this. I saw, yep, with espresso. Oh, I might have to change that green, but that's okay. But espresso bean. So it's a black brown. And I saw a picture today that, oh, I guess it is true to form. People are doing like the star.
There, you can see that.
I know. It's oh yeah, sorry, cat hair. It's a black brown.
It's very pretty.
Yep. But like the smile of the pumpkin.
Not doing it?
I am. I thought someone had altered that, but I was looking at work.
Where are you going to start this? I know it's StitchCon, but
Center,
how will you go? Center or upper? Something to consider with a Quaker. You might want to start upper corner.
Because this is that's.
You might.
I've got to.
It was easier for me.
I'm really hoping that this will fit on here, but it should. This should be more than enough.
How big is? Oh, it should.
Yeah, this is 18 by 20, and this is on 40 count. It's only 8 by 8.
166 by.
166.
Well, it's basically square. 68 divided by, what is it?
18.
So a little over 9 by 9. You're good.
Yep. So there it is in all its glory. Did I do you proud, Donna? So that's my StitchCon start, and that's the end of my haul. We got to take care of it all before my husband comes home.
Okay. Yeah, he asked if he needed to be away for an hour
Or so.
ish, and she said more on the ish. Okay, before I went to this is why I can't be buying anything until StitchCon now. Kindred Stitcher. Kindred Stitcher.
Yep.
Lisa. So on her Instagram stories, I saw somewhere that she bought these cute little pin packs.
Look at the jars.
And I didn't care what was in it. Could have been rocks. I saw the jars and I was sold. But I didn't want to take it out of the packaging. It's a Lori Holt product. These, I think, will have a variety of colors that you don't just get normally. And these are like little crystal, I don't even know what they call them.
Orange? You don't get orange at all.
But they look like little crystals. So,
I didn't know about
I got those.
All right, Cassie's going to take a picture of those. Look at those little flowers.
And, I don't know why I have that. Grace Note Fabrics. Hi, Corinne. Thank you for getting me in the club sooner. So I signed up for their fabric club. And I had been out of a club for a little bit and just, not really looking. But I love Grace Notes Fabrics. So I signed up for it. And when you do that, you basically prepay your first month. And then after that, I understand I will be billed. So I had done that piece and was waiting for the June. So she emailed me and said, oh, I have extra for May and you've prepaid. Would you like to start early? And I was like, yes, please. Almond milk. And I get 32 count Lugana.
Oh, that doesn't even show how
No,
beautiful
it doesn't.
Oh, it is. That's a little better. It is modeled.
So
you can
pretty.
See it. Oh, excuse me. That is gorgeous.
So pretty. And Corinne, I took your fabrics and showed the ladies yesterday, and many of them were not aware of you. So maybe that's helpful for you.
Yep.
And I made a purchase. You saw my bee needle minder. So I bought 5 because then I got free shipping at...
Mad for minders.
There's one on here for you.
Uh-oh. I know which one's for me.
Can you guess?
I almost bought you that for 2 years ago when we did our swap.
Miss Beasley.
And your family said, she's creepy, no, don't buy her.
Don't ever listen to my family.
I know.
I had a Miss Beasley doll when I was little, and this is going to sound horrific. My mother hit me with it, and her head popped off. And I cried and cried and cried and cried and cried. Now I say my mother hit me with it. I'm sure she was just like, whatever. And of course, I loved her so much that her head was probably ready to come off. Yeah. And I like All Patriotic. I love that Christmas one. And I was like, what are the chances they have a booby one? Blue-footed boobies. I texted that. Your daughter didn't tell you.
No.
She's a good girl. Like, don't you dare tell your mother.
That's awesome. Thank you.
She didn't. I don't know why I brought that. That's not part of this. And I had purchased...
Oh, jeez.
I know. I found some pins for Kathy. You didn't show those.
I can't show them because
they were on something.
Yes, and my StitchCon swap is FFO'd. So that was part of an FFO, but I couldn't share it.
So I found pins she was looking for on Stitch New England's site. Pam with Stitch New England is an LNS in Attleboro, Massachusetts, and she also does some online selling. So it was the pins. Of course, I had to order something else.
Nothing travels alone.
Shakespeare's Peddler, absolutely love that. Love her.
That's
the friendship tree.
Oh, I like how she does her key code in the back. Shows the colors.
Love it. And I resisted long enough, as long as I could. And I bought it.
That's funny. We were in line and I said, oh, I'm really thinking about that. And that's when you said, don't buy it. I've got it on order.
Yeah, you can borrow it.
Look at this pumpkin.
What I really, everyone's talking about who enjoys this, really. I love that it's not what you would typically think of as traditional. Like September is not back to school.
Right.
September is sunflowers.
August is pigeons. No, seagulls.
Seagulls.
Dump ducks.
And I like May. My husband has been a beekeeper and hopes to get back into that. They're actual beehives, not skeps.
Right.
Beekeepers don't use skeps. Just saying. And and of course they're talking about those.
And look at December.
Dang turkeys.
And December is
a little village.
That's what's great. And season 1, it is traditional.
Yep. And I actually got to see the fabric that is called for on this is Driftwood by Fabrics by Stephanie. And I saw some of it at Celebration on Friday. I wasn't going to buy it, but
are you gonna
when I go on her website, it looks a little different
Excuse me.
than it actually is. My daughter is FaceTiming me.
I'll text her and tell her we're filming.
Anyway, so I will at some point probably order that fabric, but I really need to go fabric shopping in my own stuff to see if I have something that's close to it.
She won't. She will look at keepsakes when we go in 20s.
Oh, because I have keepsakes money that I got for Christmas.
Yeah, we got to talk about that.
Okay.
Oh, you got other money too.
We went to, so I talked about Saturday going to the Salvage Vintage. What is she wanting?
Geez, figured you'd be done by now.
Children. And I talked about finding different New York pieces and taking pictures of that sort of thing. I found this little stitch.
That is gorgeous.
And it's old, and it's been hand stitched. And it was $3, and I had to bring it home with me.
That is so
I had to bring it home. So I bought that.
Just delicate.
Yeah. On the edges. Someone's great-grandma did this. I just know it. That's the story I'm sticking to.
Yeah.
I talked about this chart with someone, and I kept saying I got it on a stash unload, or somebody gave it to me. No, I bought it on 1, 2, 3. Oh, I've had this. This is part of my stash. And I really like this. Sue Hillis.
I didn't
She's
realize
done
you
this
had
for,
that.
I don't know if she's done all, I think she's done all the states. And then in this vintage sale, I just happened to look down and I saw this. This company is no longer in existence. And I thought, that's perfect with my chart.
Are they all buttons?
They are like the, what do they
Shank.
call those? Like, they're more like a metal shank.
That's awesome.
So I had to have these.
So you could do this if you did it in small enough. It's, oh well. You could make a scissor fob out of that if you did it small enough.
Oh, I could.
She's not going to.
So, that is my,
Pre?
that's the pre-party. So we talked about Italian designers being there. So Manny Dodonna, Riveras, and Romy Creations were there. And it was just fun I was amazed that they came to New England from Italy. So U.S. designers, let's go. Let's go. Italy was here. Let's go. I'm not going to stop talking about it. So from Riveras, I bought this really cute.
That's cute.
I called it a pumpkin. She had several different colors. Fob.
That's probably my regret is I didn't go back and buy one because there was the one with the spool
I almost
on
grabbed one for you, and I was like, oh, I don't know what she likes.
I got distracted in another booth.
Oh, yes. I bought these pins from Manny Dodonna because I always have need for...
I didn't see those. I didn't see
need.
you buy those.
I'm going to stop using need. Want for anything that would be considered patriotic. And I also, from Romy Creations, bought a vintage print.
She had a ton of different ones.
Yeah,
Different
they were
sizes,
so
some
neat.
smaller, some a lot
And
bigger.
I'll tuck this in a dough bowl that I don't have anything stitched to put in.
Do you have a dough bowl?
I have a dough bowl.
Okay.
Old Colonial, I said them before, what was their name?
Old Colonial.
Old Colonial Designs. Again, this is a thread, what is it called?
Keep.
Thread keep. I'm not going to use it as a thread keep. And there is it came with a little small chart, and you stitch on a tiny piece of linen or Lugana or whatever,
And you put it on
and
the
they
back?
put it on the back, and it says today is a good day to stitch.
Oh, you showed me that, but I didn't realize it went on the back.
Yep.
Nice.
So I thought, well, and it says Old Colonial Designs on it.
So cute. You could tuck that in a bowl too.
Old
right
Colonial Designs, if you check them, she does a lot of tiny stuff. And in her booth was lots of primitive hair.
Yep.
Lots. Beautiful stuff.
But she also had Kathy Barrick.
Oh, yeah,
She
she
had
had
the
a variety of
praiseworthy
stuff,
stitches.
which was
But
nice.
yes, she has a lot of the tiny stuff.
I bought the Kathy Haberman stickers as well. Ever since I saw Gary buy this, Gary from Sunshine Stitchers buy this and stitch it for Ronnie's Citizenship Day, I wanted one and they had some.
Oh my word, until just now, I didn't realize it was a sheep. Even just looking on there.
And a bird.
Well, yeah, I
and
saw
it
the
comes
bird.
with everything that you need, and the chart is underneath. And it does fit on this tin.
It does?
It does. A lady took it apart, and
Played
I
with it?
counted out the stitches, and it should fit on here just fine.
Okay. I was just going by what I heard.
I got some black or pepper. Lady Dot's Velvet. It is amazing stuff. And I also got some of those round metal tins.
Yep.
And Brenda Gervais, a Tisket, a Tasket, pin keep.
That's cute.
The finish they show in here, though, I don't know which way I will do this, because I really like what's in here, too. And we have a multitude of old buttons between the two of us. And let me see. It comes with the circle template. All that stuff right here.
Oh my.
It's on a wood candlestick with the hanging old buttons.
Oh wow.
I know. I might be convinced to do it that way.
Yep. Well, and that's what they show on here. It's not a good picture of it.
Right. So, I don't know. I gotta get there first. I got number 5 of
Fall on the
Fall on
Farm.
the Farm. Number 6 is due out any day, I understand. And as I was standing in line waiting at Inspired Needle, so Inspired Needle was there, and Needleworker's Delight, old colonial designs, had variety of stuff. They were their LNSs that they brought with them, basically. And I had said, Teresa Kogut just recently, like in the last couple of days, released her Americana or Patriotic book. As soon as I can get my hands on that, I'm going to. Turned around, and there it was. I didn't think it would be there
She took one step forward, and someone moved a rack, and there it was. She said, well, guess I'm buying it.
So Broad Stripes and Bright Stars.
That is.
And this is a beautifully done book. I love that she is doing books. Yes, it's an investment up front. It was $26 for 7 charts.
Yeah, you narrowed it down. It was $3 or $4. It was $4 a
Do the math. There are a variety of sizes. Her charts are amazing.
We're gonna get yelled at, you know.
No, I did nothing wrong. Hey, people are gonna go buy this now because they see the charts are amazing.
That one is beautiful.
This is the very first one I'm gonna get my fingers into.
That is gorgeous.
And from Needleworker's Delight, I bought this piece of 25 count. And so I got Lugana in Little Boy Blue.
Yeah, it's not going to show. It's a gray, blue.
But it would also look lavenderish.
Yeah.
With the different flosses. So I'm going to stitch this on that.
That'd be beautiful.
Yep. So there's that.
It was almost like eating shoe leather when she took a step forward and someone turned the rack and she went, there it is.
I had to buy it. I got this little piece. It's like $1.50. There was this baskets of little cuts, serged, of different count fabrics from Needleworker's Delight. And this is a country mocha. Thought I could do
an ornament on it.
And Sweet Wing Studio. Again, if you have any ins with Sweet Wing Studio, I stitched Franklin.
Oh, is that who did that?
The Ben Franklin. But it was called Franklin's Freedom. I would love to have more of founding forefathers, presidents.
Yeah.
You know, can you do that for me? This is sweet. Again, really quick, easy, simple. Liked it. And Antique Sampler Reproductions. Cross Stitch Antiques was there. And she is just, her stuff is amazing. I mean, it's amazing what she does.
She shows her finish, but she shows the original antique sampler below it or above it.
So I got Sarah Chester's 1843.
This one's very, very pretty.
Again, what was it, like 9x9 maybe?
Yeah, it wasn't a huge one. She had huge ones. If you're looking to do a big sampler, she has them.
Oh, yes. So this says, it will save us from 1,000 snares to mind religion young. Grace will persevere our following years and make our virtue strong. So I had to get that. I'm not going to open this one and show. She does inside the folder, she does a regular chart.
And right here.
And then she does as if it's blown up on a copier. It's beautifully done.
Yep.
So you can really get a good look of it. And I bought a few of her note cards. Stitching at the family hearth.
Put them all together.
Well, I tucked those together. When I got home, that was my haul.
That's it. There we go.
That was my haul. So I gotta not buy anything.
I did make one more purchase. I did buy it's not a duffel bag. It's more like just a tote that I'm going to tuck in my suitcase so I can ship my clothes home from StitchCon.
Ship them home from who?
On the airline, because we get 2 free bags.
Jeez, that's
I want to make sure all my stuff is in my suitcase. I can't take my normal Maine duffel bag. Rob's like, oh, just take the University of Maine one. We've had it since we were in college. I said, I thought you were going fishing that weekend. He said, oh yeah, yes. I'm taking that with me.
So I talked last video about One Nation Under God.
Twin
Peak Primitives. Barbara Johns with Stitching with Grammy. This is kind of her baby and her brainchild. and she has established a hashtag, One Nation TPP Sal. So you're welcome to follow along there. If you want to join it, if you want, again, I talked about Sal's. This for me is a start.
Well, Sal can be
Don't watch us thinking that you're going to see massive amounts of work every single video. It's not going to happen.
It's a start along.
It's huge. I'm going to start it. I'm going to enjoy it as I go. And I was able to get all the floss.
So
finally came in. The fat half of Snickerdoodle, which is amazing.
This is Grace Notes fabric as well.
Grace Notes fabric. So I got it all in.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm almost ready.
Oh, look at that.
This is Jack-o'-lantern by Weeks Dye Works. I don't know how that's going to tie into this.
I'm curious where it is.
So we'll find out.
They know what they're doing.
There. So, almost ready. Kathy's going to make me scissor fob and
that's this weekend's project
all that
too.
Stuff.
More toys. What are we down to?
That was it.
StitchCon.
Oh yes.
StitchCon.
Where are they?
Where are what?
I'll show a picture.
Mine are right over there.
My battery doesn't die.
Okay. So what did I say? We are leaving for weekend B, and we're coming in on Wednesday, so we're leaving in 22 days, 17 hours, 47 minutes, and 17 seconds. Not that I'm counting. And this is Chris and Jane. We went out to lunch one day.
Yes.
It's one of my favorites.
We're gonna miss Chris there. But.
Yes. So we did have one of our main girls offer to, pick us up snacks or water or whatever, not realizing that she's going to weekend A and we're going to weekend B. So
yeah,
we do appreciate that.
Yeah.
So we are taking part in a needle minder swap. We don't have a ton, but we have some needle minders.
Whatever. When they're gone, they're gone.
And if you've seen, a lot of times we use rings or the metal thread rings. So I don't use thread drops a ton now and again. But Missy and I decided...
But they have other purposes. They have other uses.
Missy and I decided to do project tags. So when you pull out... No, wrong bag.
We don't have a lot of vinyl cover project bags.
So when you have a stack of bags, don't look at this one. This one's a do-it-yourself, screwed it up. But I write the project name on it, and then I can just flip through my whips, and I know which one is which. Mm-hmm. So we've created this with our name, and then on the back, title, description, fabric notes, anything you want. We are not punching holes, so good, because I'm a left-handed puncher and you're a right-handed puncher. I punch in this corner.
That's what I would do.
I've seen people punch them in this corner. So either way, so we have those, and we also have.
We've talked. So it basically, if you're going to be at StitchCon Weekend B and you are participating in the floss drop swap, or if you choose to do that, honestly, it's all voluntary. There's no organization to it. But if you want to swap some things with us, come find us. We have some things to swap if you would like. And I used pictures from our small town with descriptions and the photographer on there. So we'll have those.
We will. And like I said, we have some needle minders. There's not a ton, but I can only lay so many on my table and pray the cat doesn't jump up and they all look together. I got lucky. That did not happen. What about StitchCon? I am thinking about putting out a pattern for people to come and stitch on. I didn't bring it out with me, but so if you're inclined to do that and you want to do that.
Well, if you in the next couple weeks get that organized within yourself, you can talk about it.
Yep.
I don't know if anyone's going to Weekend B. Maybe you can let us know.
I think we've had a couple people comment that they are. I was just
Sorry.
looking at the calendar here. Next weekend is Memorial Weekend, so we will get one more.
2 more.
Nope, one more. This is today.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get this.
Memorial.
We'll get this.
Mike's birthday. Oh, we'll get one more video in. Yes.
I'm going by the 6th, so sometime. Yes, we'll get one more video in, and then we will not probably tape from StitchCon, but we will take pictures and videos and after StitchCon, we will, I'm assuming you are, share photos of what we swapped.
Yep.
I like it to be a surprise. I know a lot of people are showing what they're swapping.
You may have already seen mine.
You may or may not.
Not finished though.
So
Or FFO'd.
we're excited.
What's that? She has these over here on her side.
I was supposed to notice that.
I will share some pins with you.
I'm going to
But I want the boxes.
Yeah, you can have the boxes. So what do we, I mean,
So we'll see you in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Thank you again for, you know, reaching out to us with our girls' graduations. They've done amazing.
We're proud.
They're on to their next step. So
We're proud. So
there they go.
We'll get through June, and, you know, keep them in your thoughts. You know, new ventures. Ashley starts her new job in a week or so. Changes. Then we'll be jumping in after StitchCon all wedding all the time. But it won't be. They've got a good handle on things.
Oh, yeah.
And
she just got a text from Joanne Fabrics.
I did. A required updates needed to continue to use your mobile app.
You better
You better doing that.
Anyway, thank you very much.
Thank you.
We'll see you again in a couple of weeks, probably on the weekend, I think, at that time.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Whatever we have going, it might be Mondays.
Send your comments. We love to read them.
Yes, absolutely.
And, you know, hit subscribe. Tell your friends. So,
all right.
all right.
Thanks, everyone.
Happy stitching. Bye.
Bye.